Welcome to the Lore Corner, where we discuss the stories hidden within the cards of the card game Lorcana. Today we'll be discussing The Quest for the Sorcerer's Hat. We'll start off by looking at the card The Sorcerer's Hat, which in its flavor text reads, "Many approached it cautiously. Whoever had placed it here might have prepared traps." In the art for the card, we can see the outline of Minnie Mouse at the entrance of the cave. Given that she's holding a climbing pick, this is likely the same Minnie Mouse from the card Minnie Mouse Funky Spelunker. At first it might appear as if Minnie Mouse has just gone climbing and randomly encountered this cave that had the hat in it. However, if we look at the flavor text on the card Mickey Mouse Stalwart Explorer, it reads, "Mickey knew just where to start searching for the Sorcerer's Hat, but he didn't expect it to be guarded." This shows us that they didn't just stumble across the hat, they were searching for it. For more to this story, we look to the card Pluto, Mickey's Clever Friend, which reads, "Pluto's job was to keep Gustav's attention so Minnie could get to the cave." We can see the shadow of Gustav in Pluto's card, however he also has his own card, and we can even see the cave in the background of his art. Now based on the size of Gustav and the size of the cave entrance on the hat's art, I don't think Gustav is the one who stole the hat, but that leads us to who did. Now the pool of suspects to narrow it down from is quite large, as a common theme throughout the flavor text of cards in this set is that heroes and villains alike are searching for these artifacts, or as they call them, lore. As you can see on Flotsam's card, he's collecting lore for Ursula, and the card Madame Medusa the Boss also indicates that she is collecting lore. However, I don't find it likely that either of these characters would be storing it in a cave on the side of a mountain. If we look at the Sorcerer's Hat card itself, we'll get some clues as to who may be in possession of the hat. Given the scrolls, potions, and books on the shelves in the cave, we can assume that this is someone well versed in magic. Now, if we think back to Gustav guarding the cave, you might be under the impression that since he's an antagonist, a villain is in possession of the hat. However, if we look at the animated short Gustav is a part of, Brave Little Tailor, you'll notice that it ends with the heroes using Gustav to run a Ferris wheel. I suspect something similar has happened here, and that it's not a villain in possession of the Sorcerer's Hat, but a hero who is either smart enough to trick Gustav or powerful enough to convince Gustav to guard the hat for them. If a villain had found the Sorcerer's Hat, they'd likely be using its power for their own ends, as opposed to just letting it sit in a cave. I suspect that the person in possession of the Sorcerer's Hat is Yen Sid, the hat's owner. He would obviously have a desire to retrieve the hat, but not have the desire to use the hat immediately. It would also help to explain why there's not one, not two, but 3 broom cards in this set, yet their master is nowhere to be found. I suspect it's because he's hiding within this story, and I wouldn't be surprised if in the next set for Lorcana we do finally get a Yen Sid card. If you liked this video, then keep an eye out as I discuss more of the hidden stories in Lorcana.